Chapter 17. Dispersion of Light and the Human Eye. We will learn dispersion of light, human eye, visual impairment. Try to answer. Why do we see a rainbow in the sky only after rainfall? Dispersion of light. Sir Isaac Newton, the great scientist of 17th century, was the first who observed that a thin beam of an ordinary white light is made up of 7 colors: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. He passed a thin beam of sunlight through a triangular piece of glass called prism and obtained a band of 7 colors on the wall. The splitting of white light into 7 colors is called the dispersion of light. The band of these 7 colors is called spectrum. The acronym used to remember the order of these 7 colors is VIBGYOR. Thus, white light is actually composed of 7 colors. When these colors combine, they appear white. Activity. Aim: to observe the spectrum. Materials required: a ball, a plane mirror of suitable size. Procedure: 1. Place the plane mirror in a ball. 2. Fill the ball with water. 3. Put this arrangement near a window in such a way that direct sunlight falls on the mirror. 4. Adjust the position of the ball so that the reflected light from the mirror falls on a white wall. If the wall is not white, fix a white sheet on it. Observation: you will see a spectrum on the wall. In this case, water and mirror form a prism and prism breaks up the light into 7 colors. Do you know? The rainbow is actually a natural spectrum of sunlight in the sky. It is produced by the dispersion of white sunlight by raindrops or water drops in the atmosphere. Each raindrop acts as a tiny glass prism splitting the sunlight into a spectrum. It is always formed in a direction opposite to that of the sun. Human eye. Eyes are the sense organs which give us the sense of vision. The human eye behaves like an optical instrument having a lens and a screen. Let us take a closer look at the structure of the eye. The structure and function of each part of the eye is discussed below. Eyelids. The eye consists of eyelids that cover the eye and protect them from injuries. Sclera. The outermost covering of the eyeball consists of a relatively tough white layer called the sclera, white part of the eye. It protects the vital internal parts of the eye. Cornea. The cornea is the transparent circular part in the front of the human eyeball. Iris and pupil. Behind the cornea is an opaque muscular diaphragm called the iris. The iris has a circular aperture called the pupil. The iris regulates the amount of light entering the eye by adjusting the size of the pupil. When the light is too bright, the iris expands and reduces the size of the pupil, and when the light is dim, the iris contracts and increases the size of the pupil. The pupil appears to be black as all light falling on it enters the eye and no light is reflected back. The region between the cornea and the lens is filled with a transparent liquid called aqueous humor. Lens. Behind the pupil is the lens, which is made up of a jelly-like substance. The lens in the human eye is a convex lens. It is held in position by a pair of muscles called the ciliary muscles. The ciliary muscles control the focal length of the eye lens required to focus objects at different distances on the retina. The region between the lens and the retina is filled with a transparent jelly-like substance called the vitreous humor. Retina. Retina is the innermost delicate membrane having a large number of light-sensitive cells called rods and cones. The cones are sensitive to bright light and can detect color, while the rod's cells are sensitive to dim light. The retina of an eye is the place where the image of an object is formed. Optic nerve. Optic nerve connects the eye to the brain. It carries electrical signals to the brain. Blind spot. the junction of retina and the optic nerve is called the blind spot. There is no photosensitive cells at this spot, and hence no image is formed at this spot on the retina. Working of the human eye. Light coming from an object enters the eye. The lens focuses the light rays to form an image on the retina. Rods and cones of the retina get activated and generate electric symbols. Optic nerve sends electric signals to the brain. The brain interprets these signals, processes the information so that we perceive the erect image of the object. Power of accommodation. One of the remarkable properties of the eye is the ability of the eye to observe distinctly the objects located anywhere from about 25 centimeters to hundreds of kilometers away. When the lens focuses light from an object to form a real and inverted image of the object at the retina, we are able to see that object. The focal length of the eye lens is adjustable as it can be changed slightly by ciliary muscles. Looking at distant objects. When the eyes look at distant objects, the ciliary muscles attached to the lens of the eye relax and the lens becomes thinner, that is, less curved. When less curved, the focal length of eye lens increases. The sharp image of the distant object is formed at the retina. This enables us to see the distant object clearly. Looking at nearby objects. When the eye looks at nearby objects, the ciliary muscles attached to the lens of the eye contract and the lens becomes thicker, that is, more curved. When it is more curved, the focal length of the eye lens decreases. The sharp image of the nearby object is formed on the retina. This enables us to see nearby objects. So, it is the adjustment of the focal length of the eye lens which enables us to focus on objects situated at different distances. The ability of the eye lens to adjust its focal length so as to see the objects located anywhere is called the power of accommodation. Defects of eye. There are mainly three common defects of vision. They are 1. Myopia, short-sightedness. 2. Hypermetropia, long-sightedness. 3. Cataract. Do you know? The minimum distance at which objects can be seen most clearly without strain is called the near point of the eye. The farthest point up to which the eye can see objects clearly without strain is called the far point of the eye. For a young adult with normal vision, the near point is 25 centimeters and the far point is infinity. Myopia. Myopia, also known as short-sightedness, is a defect in which a person can see nearby objects clearly but cannot see distant objects clearly. They appear blurred and unclear. This defect occurs due to the eye lens being too thick. The ciliary muscles do not relax sufficiently to make the eye lens thin when viewing the distant objects. As a result, the image of a distant object is formed in front of the retina rather than directly on its surface. To correct this defect, a concave lens, diverging lens, is used to create an extra divergence so that the image gets formed on the retina. Hypermetropia. Hypermetropia, also known as long-sightedness, is a defect of vision in which a person can see distant objects clearly but cannot see nearby objects distinctly. This defect occurs due to the eye lens being too thin. The ciliary muscles are unable to thicken the eye lens enough to see nearby objects clearly. The image of a near object is formed behind the retina and therefore appears blurred. For a person having hypermetropic eye, the near point shifts away from the eye, that is, farther away from the normal near point, 25 centimeters. The defect of hypermetropia may be corrected by using a convex or converging lens since the rays require an extra convergence to meet at a lesser distance. Cataract. It is another defect of the eyes that generally occurs at the old age. Cataract results in a cloudy translucent eye lens. This cloudiness affects the ability of the eye to accommodate. Factors that can cause irregularities in vision are irregularities on the surface of the cornea, weakening of ciliary muscles, and change in the size of the eyeball. It can be treated surgically by replacing the diseased eye lens with a new artificial lens. Taking care of the eyes. Eyes are an important organ and they are sensitive too. So, taking proper care of eyes is very important. Some tips for the care of eyes are as follows. Do not read in too bright or too dim light. Do not look directly at a bright object or at the sun. Do not keep the books too close to your eyes while reading. Don't keep the books too far either. If something gets into the eye, do not rub the eye. Wash it with cold water. Eat foods that are rich in vitamin A like carrots, spinach, broccoli, papaya, egg yolk, milk, etc. Deficiency of vitamin A causes night blindness. In case of any problem, like itching or burning sensation, consult an ophthalmologist. A doctor who is specialized in curing the diseases of an eye is called an ophthalmologist. Persistence of vision. When an image of an object is formed on the retina, it stays for about 1/16 of a second. This feature is called persistence of vision. Due to this, when many still images are shown in a sequence, they give the illusion of moving images. Movies and animation are made by exploiting this property of the human eye. Visual impairment. We are able to see objects around us clearly, but there are some people in this world who face the disability of vision. Such people are called visually challenged people. This disability can be partial or complete. These people usually show a marked development of other senses, like the sense of hearing and sense of touch. Therefore, many visual aids have been devised to make their life easy. They can be divided in two types: optical aids and non-optical aids. Optical aids. Optical aids can help the person who is partially visually challenged. These aids enlarge an image or a text so that it can become visible. TV monitors, magnifying glasses and contact lenses, tinted lenses, telescopic devices come under this category. Non-optical aids. Non-optical aids are helpful for a person who is completely visually challenged. These aids rely on the senses of hearing and touch. These include visual aids, tactile aids, using the sense of touch, auditory aids, using the sense of hearing, and electronic aids. Visual aids can magnify words, can provide suitable intensity of light and material at proper distances. Tactile aids include braille writer slate and stylus, which help the visually challenged person in reading and writing. Auditory aids include cassettes, tape recorders, talking books, etc. Electronic aids, such as talking calculators, are also available for performing many computational tasks. The Braille system. The Braille system is a universally accepted resource used by visually challenged people. This system is composed of 63 characters. Each character is made up of 1 to 6 raised dots arranged in 3 rows and 2 columns. These characters make up the letters of the alphabet, punctuation marks, numbers, and also special characters. These Braille characters can be written with the help of Braille slate and stylus. A reader needs to touch the Braille script to read it. Keywords: dispersion of light, the splitting of white light into its constituent 7 colors. Spectrum, the band of 7 colors that is obtained when white light splits into its constituent colors. Power of accommodation, the ability of the eye lens to adjust its focal length so as to see objects located anywhere. Myopia, visual defect due to which a person is able to see nearby objects but not the far away objects. Hypermetropia, visual defect due to which a person is able to see far away objects clearly but not the near objects.